Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to day 2 on Project Red Devil. Today is, we got to do the seats, we got to do that bit of damage, we got to sort out bits on the bumper, not masses to do. Let's see how much we can get done in this video, let's go. So these things have arrived and all they do is fit on there like that. So I still need those surrounds. So I will use them, although they are completely the wrong colour red. But I will use them as soon as I bought them. But I need to get some and there aren't any. I did get made an offer on one. But because I was waiting for these to come, thinking and hoping that these were going to be the right thing, I missed out on it. Right, today we've got an appointment for this afternoon to get these tyres changed. I've gone for a different make in the end. Toyo, I think it was, Toyo. They were a decent price, and it said I got them on e-tyres, and it said that they were a quality mid-range recommended, and they had lots of positive reviews. And they were a little bit cheaper than the other ones, so I went for those. So both fronts. So as you know, obviously that one's off. I jet washed that, used the old acid cleaner on it, and I've just got to take this one off. So I'll leave it up on stands on this side, on a stand on this side. I'm going for the MOT on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both wheels in the back of that, drop them off before the MOT, and then my appointment's not until this afternoon, but I'm hoping they might just do them when they get a spare minute, and then if not, I'll just have to go back this afternoon and pick them up, and then we can put them back on. In the meantime, I'm going to put the number plates back on this. I'm going to put, I can't remember if I've told you now, I'm sending the Speedo off for repair. We'll go into that later, but I decided to send it off for repair as the other one didn't work. Now there might be a reason why that other one doesn't work, and we'll come on to that at a later date, but we are going to just whack any old Speedo in for the time being, just place the binnacle in place, place the airbag back without it being in position, secured, and I'm probably just going to stick the car in front of the house once I've got the wheels on and the number plates on, and then we'll come on to this afterwards, because we need to get this one finished today or potentially tomorrow. So I want to get the blue one down here as well, but I want to get this down in the middle of the drive to service it either this afternoon or tomorrow. So we just want to concentrate on getting these new wheels on, tyres on, putting all the bits and pieces back together, and then we'll send off that Speedo. Once we get that back, we can obviously get on with it and get it all cleaned inside as well. So that's it for the time being. I'll come back. I'm not going to bother showing you me taking the wheel off. We'll come back once we've got the tyres. We'll show you the new tyres, get them on, and then we'll be good to go. Dying to take it for a spin. Right, here's the new tyres. As I say, Toyos. That was one off the passenger side. Sorry, driver's side, because it's clean. I didn't get a chance to clean this one. They are a little bit curbed, but I'm going to touch those in. But I'll do that another time. And before I put that on, I'm just going to get the old acid on it and give it a good clean. And then we'll put them on. We'll probably take them off again at some point, because we'll clean all the brakes up. But we'll do that another time. We don't need to do that now, because we'll clean all the shocks up and everything like that as well, because it is very, very muddy under there. So yeah, that'll be job for another time. But we just want to obviously get the wheels back on so we can move it around. There we go. Nice new tyres. Better, isn't it? And nice new tyre that side. So I will I'll touch those wheels up. I've taken that out. I think it doesn't appear to be any glue residue, but it needs to be cleaned up, and I'll glue it back in. I'll probably have to get some, because I think the Tiger Seal that I've only got white Tiger Seal, so I'll get some black Tiger Seal, and I'll do this at a later date. Obviously you've got to do it from the inside. But as I say, we're going to be cleaning up the brakes at some point and the suspension just to give it a good spruce up. So the wheels will be coming back off, so I'll do it then. I'll just leave it in the boot for now, along with everything else. Still got to sort that Speedo out. Yeah, I'll talk to you about that Speedo later on in this video, but yeah, for the time being, I think we're starting to lose the light now. So I think all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put the number plates on. I don't like having a car. I know it's on the driveway, I just don't like having a car with no number plates on. So yeah, I'm going to get them on and then I'll call it a day. So I don't know when I'll be back on this. I'll probably be back on it tomorrow for a bit, just to do that Speedo. I can't really do it now because, as I say, I'm losing the light and I need better light to be able to do that. I'm just going to find a Speedo to put in it, as I say, just temporarily, because I'm sending the broken one off to be repaired. So I will see you probably tomorrow, and we can carry on. Dying to take this out. If I get the number plates on it and get a Speedo in it and put the airbag back on, I could actually, it's all insured and it's MOT'd. Is it taxed? No, it's not taxed. I've sent off for the logbook because obviously I want to track down the service history and I can't do that without the logbook. So I know it puts another owner on it, but I don't care about that. I always do it if I haven't got any service history. Yeah, so I'll wait for that to come back and then I can tax it, of course. But it won't hurt to take it for a spin. I want to try that pop-off valve. Thank you to everybody who told me that that was a pop-off valve. Or pop-off valve, blow-off valve, dump valve, numerous names, but all have the same effect. Thank you for that. A couple of people said it was an oil catch can, which was in my head it might be, but I don't think that's generally where you put the catch cans. Yeah. Anyway, enough of this waffle. I'll see you tomorrow, or whenever. Right, okay, a few days has passed. I sent off the Speedo for repair. I sent it by parcel force, 48 hours. It was delivered to the company yesterday, and today we got it back in the post. So that's the company that I sent it to, Current Conductors on eBay, and it's been sent back same day. And we're going to need to put it in and try it, make sure it works. So let's do it. So my battery's gone a bit flat, unfortunately, so because I need to start the engine to make sure the engine light's not flashing on indicator. But the other one that was down there that was flashing is not flashing now, and if I turn it off, you can see the lights go off. So this has been fixed successfully. So that's good. That's a good turnaround. So that was the cheapest I've seen on eBay. £139 or £136, I think it was. Yeah, they seem to have done the job, and they turned it around the same day as they got it. Top job. Right, now I've put that other one back in, the original one back in after having it repaired. I thought I would try this one just to make doubly sure before I send it back in this one, which obviously is a normal 500. So I've taken the working one out temporarily just to try it. So that's the only reason I've done it, is to try this. So I'm going to plug this in and we'll see. Oh, I need to reconnect the battery, and then we'll see if it does work or not. I don't think it does, but before I send it back, I just want to make doubly sure. Yeah, as I suspected, we've just got that faint orange glow. If I turn the ignition on, as you can see, it don't work. Turn that off. Yeah, it don't work. So all that about, oh, it's in an Abarth, that's why it's not working, is a load of old nonsense. That display is faulty. It does seem a bit odd that he said that, well, we knew the mileage because we turned the engine on or turned the ignition on and we saw the mileage. I don't think they did. Maybe that's what they sometimes do, but quite clearly not in this case. So we'll get the original one back in after giving it a bit of a clean, and then we'll get this one back, sent back to him today. Right. We do have to get this battery on charge. I had to use my jump pack to get it going. But as you can see, everything's all back on. When we indicate, we don't get any stupid lights. Indicate that way, don't get any stupid lights. I don't know if it's my imagination, but it looks greener. It must be my imagination. Yeah, when we switch the ignition off, it all goes off. So yeah, they made a cracking job. It works. I am very pleased about that. So I am going to put the car back in front of the house, and then we'll call it a day for the time being on this. What have I got to do on this still? Clean it. I've got to really give it a good clean on the inside. I might actually attack that just temporarily because I don't want to get any worse. It might not be mould. It looks like mould, but it could have been something spilt on it. Or it could have been something spilt and then it's gone mouldy. But it is very, very, very dirty in here, as well as the forensic dust, as you've already seen. I've got to find one of those from somewhere as well. In case you're wondering what that is there, that's come off of the car puride, and I can't get it off the windscreen. It's stuck so well, it won't come off. I think it's because it's so cold. Probably if I got the heat gun on it and warmed it up a little bit, it'd come off, but I can't get the damn thing off. Yeah. So I need to take this battery out and get it on charge. So I'll just get the car moved back in front of the house and then we'll do that. So I'll be back on this next week, obviously in this video, because you haven't got much on this video yet. Cannot find these surrounds anywhere. No one anywhere has got them. There's none on eBay. I just can't find them. I'm probably going to have to phone the Fiat dealers, and there is one advert on eBay which relates to the ones off of a Turismo or a something else. Can't remember which model it is, which is presumably different because it doesn't say. It says it's only for those two models, and they are £140 each. Now I'm hoping these aren't going to be £140 each. Please God, don't let them be £140 each. Even if they're half that much, that's going to be painful. But I've got to get them. I can't sell the car without them. So whatever happens, I've got to get them. So yeah, can't find any. So I'm probably going to have to get onto the main dealers and find out how much they are there. But we'll cross that bridge as and when. We'll keep looking on eBay. If any come up, we'll get them. If not, then we'll have to go to Fiat. Oh well. Anyway, I'll be back on this next week. Right, I've had the battery on charge for, well, I had it on charge for a couple of days, but it's been sitting in the garage ever since. Now, this morning I have come to put the battery back in. Got my tools down there ready to go. Got the key out. And I thought, right, okay, just open the door up, pop the bonnet, and off we go. It don't go in. I thought, why does it not go in? It's the right key. Then I remembered, I haven't changed the barrel in the door. So I had the new ignition put in, and I've got the barrel, which is in the boot, and I can't get into the car because the car is locked and there's no battery in it and the bonnet is closed. So I am going to have to break into my car. Luckily, I have got a kit to break in, emergency opening kit. So I'm not going to show you how I do it. It's no big secret, but I'm not going to be broadcasting it on YouTube. So yeah, we'll get in and then we'll get the battery out, put the battery back in. It might take a little while. I have used it once. It took me a while, but I did it. Yeah. How annoying is that? Anyway, I'll be back. Right, we're in. Did do a little bit of a scratch there, unfortunately. I'll have to touch that in. I did put some tape along there as well, but I still managed to scratch it. But we're in, and we've popped the bonnet. Yeah, so I'm just going to change the battery. That's it, all done. I still haven't got that off the windscreen. I need to heat that up and get that off. Yeah, I need to get on with this car. I'm just trying to finish the blue one off first, and then we'll crack on with this. But I just wanted to get that battery back in. I've been working on the blue one. The blue one, the MOT runs out in June. This one, the MOT doesn't run out until, sorry, the other way around. The blue one, the MOT runs out in September. This one, the MOT runs out in June. Now, because there's 5 months left on it, I'm not going to, and it's only a Cat N, I'm not going to get it MOT'd. There's no need, really no need. So I have some news on this. We had Glenn the mechanic down to do the cam belt yesterday, and we have some news. Let's just turn you around and we'll go through it and then tell you what we're going to do today. And then we'll get on with it. So here it is in all its glory. Okay, so as you know, 2 new tyres on the front. I've told you about the, I had having to break into it. I've already told you about that. So, as I said, Glenn was down yesterday to do the cam belt. I was working from home. He'd been here about 20 minutes, and he calls me, and he said, come and have a look at this. I thought, oh no, what? I came out and he said, this cam belt's already been done, it's brand new. He said, you can see the tension is brand new and the water pump is brand new. He said, don't need doing. Do you want me to do it? And I said, what's the point? He said, it's literally been done very recently. And I said to him, there's no point, is there? He said, I'll just charge you the call out, which is like 40 quid. He said, it's pointless doing it. He said, I'll take the parts back. And I said to him, you know, if you want to, I'll pay for it. You keep them until I do the next one, if you like. He said, no, don't worry. He said, I'll take them back. It's not a problem. So all I've paid him is 40 quid. And I said to him, before you put it all back together, I said, there's an air filter. As soon as you've got the air filter housing off, would you mind just sticking a new air filter in? And he said, yeah. And then 10 minutes later, he calls me again. He went, I'll change it if you want, he said, but this is brand new as well. He said, have you looked at the oil? I said, I thought, normally I do look at the oil when I first get the cars, and I don't actually recall doing that. So I looked at the oil there and then. It's oil colour. It's brand new. It's got brand new filter. It's got brand new cam belt, and it's got brand new oil. So therefore, I'm not even going to service it. No need. Absolutely no need. So that's good. Saves me money, and it also saves time. So that has saved me the best part of 300 quid now, which is really good. You may see just in the shot there a parcel. That is for this. I'll get it unpacked and I'll show you what I've bought. Right, so what I've got is, so these are the things that the DRLs stick onto. Not stick onto, sorry, they stick onto the back of the bumper, which the DRLs screw to. Don't need those, but they're a handy thing to have. I've got these, which I don't need, because although the one on the other side's come off, I have actually got it. This, I've no idea what this is. Something under there, but it's got a part number on it. I shall Google that and see what it is. But yeah, I ain't got a clue what that is. Obviously something on the back of the bumper. Maybe it goes there or something. I don't know. I haven't got a clue what that is. But the reason I got it was for this. Now, I've got one of those. I don't need it, but da-da, da-da, they, I am led to believe, are £140 each. I thought that they were cheaper than that. I thought they were about £75 each. I think I did that. Just noticed that. I think when I put it on the driveway, I've drove into the pot that's in front of the front door. Damn it. Never mind. I think it'll polish out. Yeah, so I think they're 75 quid each, but I've got both of them with all the other stuff, all of which I don't need, but might be able to either resell or keep. Now I've got the whole lot for £170. It was £150 plus £20 postage. But the fact that I've got those is a result. They have actually got those little plugs as well. I don't need those because I've actually got some. One of the subscribers sent me a message saying that he'd noticed. That's Tim. Thank you, Tim. He gave me the eBay link for, I don't think they are specifically these, but they fit. So they're little 10mm plugs. So I'm actually going to use the new ones that I bought. So I bought a couple of them. They were like £1 each or something, with £1 something postage. I think it came to like £3.60 or something for the two. But you can imagine they probably don't come separate from Fiat. They're probably part of this. So I didn't know I was going to have this, of course, but we'll use the new ones. And then what I might do is I might just sell the other bits. I mean, I don't do Abarths that often. Maybe I will need them at some point in the future. I don't know. But if I ever get those again, because I gave one of those away to Alex at Car Salvage 101. It needed gluing on, but I posted it to him, gave it to him for nothing. And I thought to myself afterwards, I might need that one day. And of course, I did. But never mind. So I won't give those away anymore if I get those. Yeah, so I'm going to put those on in a sec. Got to try and get them off without breaking them, because I think they often do get broken and they fall off and people end up gluing them on. So apart from that, what we're going to do today, let me just fill you in on what we're going to do today. It's not bad continuity. I've just put my hat on. It's not a separate day. It was just cold, so I'll put my hat on. Yeah, so today what we're going to do, it's a manky day, but it's about 10 degrees. It's not massively cold, but it's cold. what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the seats. I'm going to take the seats out, clean the seats, put them indoors, at least overnight, see what they're like in the morning. Clean up the inside, because the inside is rotten. It's dirty, it's a little bit mold. Actually, the mould I did clean up when it was sitting outside the front of the house. And it hasn't come back, thankfully, but we need to give it a good deep clean inside. Clean the seats, take the seats out, clean the seats, get all that forensic dust off, just get it nice and sparkling on the inside. We've also got to do that little bit on the wheel arch there. I probably won't get that done today. I might try at least get some of it done today if I can. I've also got to change that ignition lock as well. And we'll do those bits on the front bumper. I think that's probably it. And that would be the end of this video, I think. And then the other thing we've got to do, so we haven't got to service it anymore. The other thing we've got to do is stick that new exhaust on. But we'll do that probably next week, and that'll be on the next video. So let's get stuck in. Enough waffle. Let's get stuck in. Something else I want to tell you about as well, but I keep getting berated. Well, not keep. Now and again I get berated for waffling. I'm going to go and get my bucket of tears out in a minute. Anyway, yes, let's get on with this. Let's get the car moved in the middle of the drive, get the seats out, and get on cleaning them. See you in a bit. See you in a bit. See you in a bit. Oh God, it's going to be one of those days today. I thought I'd do these first. Now you often see Abarths where these missing, and bearing in mind they're really expensive, but you often see them with them missing from the cars. And I thought to myself, are they held on with clips? I thought they were, and I thought, why do they always drop off? Now when I've taken this one off, you'll understand why. The only thing that holds them on is those tiny little bits of plastic. Now focus. Those tiny little bits of plastic. Now I priced it off, hasn't broken them, but they are minute, and they're just tiny little holes. Well, I'll show you on this one. Little hole. No, sorry, little hole. So they're 3 or 4 bits. No, there are 4. I think one has broken. So it's not surprising that they fall off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a little blob of super glue on each little nipple and then just push it in, just to hold it better. That's crazy. What a stupid way to fit. No wonder they fall off. There you go, that's better. I am going to put those little red inserts that I bought as well. I'm going to put those in as well. So I have put super glue on those little dots. And I've also, on that one, I probably will redo that one. But on that one, I've also put a little bit around the circumference as well, just to make sure, because I don't want them falling off. Right, that's that done. I've still got to stick that other piece of trim, the intake bit on the other side. I'm going to do that with a wheel off though, and I'll take the wheel arch liner out, or peel it back and do that with Tiger Seal, just to make sure that stays in place. Right, that's that done. Okay, so let's get the car in the middle of the drive, get the seats out, get them cleaned. Disaster has struck. Oh my God. There's always something. So, as you saw there, I was spraying the seats, ready to do them with a brush, and all of a sudden there was a poof noise coming from the Karsha. And now, for those of you old enough to remember cap guns and the caps, the smell from those caps, it smells like that now. So I think the pump has blown. Now, I've already replaced that pump once, so I'm going to have to try and replace it again. Otherwise, I've got to buy a brand new machine. Oh my God. I'm hoping that the vacuum still works, but I think it's not working at the minute. Which one's the vacuum? That one. So I'm hoping the fuse in the plug has blown as well. In which case it will work when I just turn the fuse back on. Oh, what a nightmare. Can you believe that? So hopefully, if I can just fill up squirty bottles of the fluid, spray it on like that, and then just use the vacuum as normal. And then I'll have to get either another pump and try that. If that don't work, I'll have to get a new machine. What a nightmare. Oh God, why couldn't this have happened when I had the seats in the car? Not that I usually use them in the car. Anyway, let's get this fuse changed in the plug and hope that it still works. No, the whole thing's gone. Oh my God. So I've changed the fuse and it still ain't working. I don't know if there's internal fuses in there. I'll have to take the thing apart, but that completely throws me out now. I had so much planned to get done on this car today, and now I can't do it. Can you believe it? The best I can do is hoover the interior. I'm going to have to get online and see if I can get myself one. I think just bite the bullet and buy another one. Either one of these or something different. Ah, my word. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, for some strange reason, I went indoors. I was going to look on the iPad and see if I could find something else to buy that I could get delivered tomorrow. And I thought, oh, I wonder if the circuit breaker indoors has tripped. So I had a look and it had. So I've reset it and I've come in, and now not only is the vacuum working, but so's the pump. What the hell? That's really strange. So something's happened to it. As I say, we had that burning smell. But it's working, so before it decides to pack up again, I thought for a minute, because I've got the old-fashioned fuse wire one there, I thought that had probably gone as well, but that hasn't. I should get that replaced, really. But it's working, so yeah, I'm going to get on again. That's a relief, I have to say. Let's just hope it lasts. Right, everything is now clean except for the boot mat, which I will do in a minute. So, I've started to wipe over the dash. I've done all the plastic down here and up the sides, both sides. I've cleaned those back seats. It actually smells nice in here now. It was smelling pretty rank. I've got to clean the plastics on the door card, as you can see, but I've done the armrests with the machine, which thankfully continued to work and didn't break. So I don't know what that was all about. Yeah, I just got to finish off the dash, but I'll do that probably when I get the seats back in, because it's easier just to sit on the seats. I don't want to put my muddy feet on the carpets, especially when they're wet. But as you can see, they have come up a treat, as they always do. And it, as I say, if I stick my head in, it smells really nice. It smells really nice. So obviously I've got to try and get this dry. So I'm just going to reconnect the battery, which isn't a problem. I know there's no seats in there and you've got all the airbag wires and what have you. Not a problem. It will obviously, if you turn the ignition on, it will throw up the airbag light. As soon as you put the seats in, it will still throw up the airbag light, and then it will just go out. Within seconds it will go out. I got these out. This one, I can't get to it. Let me go around the other side. This one's not too bad, but this one is, look at the state of that. I have no idea what that is, apart from hair. sopping wet, probably coffee or something like that. Oh, it's just nasty. But I think, you know, bearing in mind that this car was just been serviced, it's at 50,000 miles. I know it's 10 years old now. But I mean, 2014 was 10 years ago. Wow. But it has had the cam belt done, so recently. So someone who last had it, I can't remember when it changed hands last. Right, that's the back all cleaned. It's all nice and clean inside the boot. The carpet's done, which is now in the conservatory drying. And I thought I might as well, as soon as I had those, I thought I might as well put them on. So they're not the right red, but I think they look quite good. As soon as I got them, I thought I might as well put them on. The only reason I bought them was because I hoped, when I saw them on eBay, that they might actually replace those, which I think I've explained before. But yeah, they look alright actually. Just the wrong shade of red. Never mind. Anyway then, I'll clean this up once I've got it back on again. I'm not going to put them on the floor in the car, which I normally do, because the floor's wet. Right. So, someone's already been in there once, so I might try and do that without actually taking it off here then. Take the sellotape off. Oh, blimey, that's quite neat. How on earth did they do it? Oh, no, it's cut off. Oh, I see, they put sellotape behind. That's quite a good idea, actually. I've done that before. Actually, you know what, I'm running out of tape. I need to get some. It's quite neat, isn't it? Cut a little hole there. I normally just... I'll do that in future. Obviously you can't... It's not as easy to get in there, but still relatively easy. Okay, right, I'm going to have to get a torch in there. Sometimes these are difficult to get out. There we go. Oh, of course, still a rod on there, isn't there? That's why. Yeah, so I had real trouble getting that off. I couldn't get that rod out. I was trying with pliers, it just would not come out. I got a heftier pair of pliers in the end. But yeah, bloody nuisance. So I'm not going to do it now. But I need to figure out, and there are a couple of screws, 3 screws, one of which I'm not sure I'm going to get to just there, because I need to be able to get that lock out, because I haven't got the key, and you need the key to get the lock out. So I need to try and dismantle this, because if I can't do that, that handle in its entirety is completely useless now. I can't use it, and I've got a few of those with keys in that I can't, with locks in that I can't use. So at some point in the near future, I'm going to try and try and do that. So let me just go and get rid of this, and we'll get the new handle and lock put together. Right, so I've got the new hand, I'll say the handle that I'm using, the replacement one. It's got a bush in there. We have to hope it's a good bush. It hasn't got a bush in that side, so we'll have to take the one out of the old one. Hinge looks alright, but we'll put some grease around that. Now what it hasn't got is one of those. And when there's a lock in there, you need the key to be able to get that in. So I need to be able to try and get that in somehow. Let me put the lock down, it's a bit fiddly. Now, I think you do it before you put the lock in from memory. I can't, oh, yeah, that's it, I think we do it like that. So you turn it that way. I think this is right, and then you push it in like that. It's going to pop off, isn't it? I'm not sure now. Can't remember. How the hell do you do it? Blowed if I can remember. How far round does it have to go? Because it's got to go underneath. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to fiddle around with this. I may have to do it once the lock's in. Maybe that's what you have to do. You know, I know when you get these handles, they're already installed. Let me put the lock in. I don't think you do, you know. Right, that's the lock in. Now I need to put the key in it, don't I? Because without that little clip in, the lock will just come out. Oh, come on. Right. Sorry if I'm boring you. I need to try and figure this out. Oh no, it's just gone. It went through the wheel. Oh, bloody hell. I'm going to go and see if I can find another one, because it's gone under the car now. It went through the wheel out the other side. Right, I figured it out in the end. I was actually trying to get it in the wrong place, so I was trying to get it in the bottom, and it actually goes in at the top. I thought I was in the top, but it's I did handle upside down. So you don't need to have the lock in, and then when you put the lock in, it locks it into position because of that thing's there. So I don't know if you can see it, it's just there. So you just push it in. I did find another one, so there is one under the car which I'll retrieve at some point. But yeah, that's now in. So if you put the key in, it turns, and if you try and pull the lock out, it doesn't come out because it's locked into position. Right, that's good. So all we need to do is get a we've got that bush there. We just need to get the other bush off of the old lock and put it in there, and then we put it back on. Put it all back together. Before I put it in, give it a bit of a squirt, because obviously this is the only opportunity you get to give that a good clean underneath. So you might as well take advantage of it. Right, so that back rod can stay on. It's only the other one that you can't get. You can't get the handle out of the door or in the door if you leave that one on, which is a shame, because as you know, those bushes get worn, which is a nuisance. Right, so the back of the handle in first. I hate doing these. They're so awkward. That rod tends to get stuck on something, and oh, why is it not going on? You know what, I might take that rod out, put it in afterwards, although it is awkward to get in afterwards. Oh, God's sake, man. Why is this getting stuck? Gotcha! God, blimey, that was a job and a half. Those rods always seem to get stuck. Right, okay. Let's get the screws in the side. Right, it's done. It's taken me ages to do this. The rod kept falling off, so that nylon bush was obviously damaged, and I couldn't find a spare one. So as you can see, I've got to cut it. Yeah? I don't know if you can see in there. Let me try and shine in the torch a bit better. So if you can see there, I've got to cut it because it's long. But there's a cable tie around it, which it's going in and out of focus. Sorry about that. No, it won't focus. Yes, there you go. Yeah, so we've got a cable tie around it. Just got to cut the end of that cable tie off. It's just enough to hold that rod in. Just grips it. It doesn't get in the way, so it doesn't affect the shutting. As long as you don't use a massive one. If you use just a tiny one, it's just enough to stop that from falling out. So that's it. It's done now. It all works nicely. I suppose I ought to try it with the key, hadn't I? Just to make sure. Take my torch out of there for a minute. I've already tried it, locking it and what have you. I just want to make sure it locks with the key. Where are we? Yeah, that's better. So we won't have any problems now. Should we disconnect the battery? There you go. Done. That's good. Right, that's another job done. Let's get the door card back on and then we're done. I just wanted to give you a little bit of info on, do you remember Project 2 Minty, the Duologic semi-automatic lounge, 2015 plate I think it was. Really lovely, really, really nice. Not a damaged car, it was a stolen recovered I believe, from memory. Yeah, it was a stolen recovered. Really lovely car, got it at a good price, made a good profit on it, sold it to Poppy. If you remember, it was it's the one that broke down in the school car park. She's a sixth former. It broke down in the school car park and I had to go and get it recovered. Got it home, it was the earth strap, put a new earth strap, fired into life, off she went. I got a text from her a call from her dad the other day. I missed the call and he left a voicemail. And in his voicemail, he said, obviously introduced himself, who he was. I already knew because I had him saved in my phone. And he said, not a problem with the car, he said, in case you were thinking. He said, we love the car, it's running perfectly. He said, but I'd like to have a chat with you. We need to get rid of it. Wondered if you'd want to buy it back. So, intrigued, I phoned him back. And when they bought it, the logbook was registered to her at a different address, to their main address. And it was insured to that address as well. Now, they went on holiday, because it's got a black box in it, so they went on holiday for a couple of weeks, and she parked at her dad's house, which is in Croydon, a CR postcode. For anyone that knows Croydon, you know the reputation Croydon's got. So it was parked for 2 weeks at her dad's house in a CR postcode. And when she got back from holiday, she had, I don't know if it was a call, a letter, or what it was, from the insurance company say, you gave us false information, you don't live in that address, you live at this address, because your car spends all its time there. As much as she tried to explain, they said, we are cancelling your policy next Friday unless you pay us, wait for it, unless you pay us £6,000. 6 grand. The bastard insurance company wanted 6 grand, or they were cancelling the policy. So he said, we can't pay 6 grand. That's more than the car was bought for. I think I sold it to him for 5.5. And unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. So they had no choice. I said, I'm not in a position to buy it from you. Money's tied up in cars. Yeah, and I don't particularly want to anyway. I might have done to help them out if I'd had the cash, but I said to her, look, stick it on the mum's group that I normally sell them on. I said, the last one that was sold on there, they had 15 calls within half an hour. People were almost fighting in the street. I said, chances are you might get more for it. Now, I don't know if he's actually sold it, but he actually put it up for 6 grand. I don't know whether he sold it for 6 grand, but that's what he's put it up for. Or near offer. So he may actually end up getting more than he paid for it. But I said to her, oh, but they're the cheapest car in their class. What is she going to get? And she said, well, she can't. She's not going to get a car. She can't. They've tried all the different connotations of you know, someone as a main driver and someone as a named driver and so on and so forth. And they come back with 6 grand every time. So they cannot get insurance, or she cannot get insurance on a car, because as far as the insurance company are concerned, she lied to them. And now, of course, she's had the insurance cancelled, and that's one of the questions they ask you when you do quotes to insurance. Have you ever had any policies cancelled? So that's going to be a big black mark against her name. So unfair. Insurance companies, don't you just love them? I just wanted to let you know about that. Anyway, we're going to sign off on this car now. Let's do that. So, lovely and clean inside. Seats will go back in tomorrow. It's lovely and fresh. I've just put the dehumidifier in. I'm going to go and grab the fan from indoors, the fan heater, get that in there as well, just to help dry it off. It doesn't actually feel that wet, but I'm going to just give it a little helping hand, and then hopefully tomorrow the seats will be nice and dry and they can go back in as well. So we are going to end this video here, and then we'll probably only have one more video, I would imagine. So there's not an awful lot left to do. We've got to do that bit of bodywork damage, general clean on the outside, finish cleaning on the bits that need doing on the inside, change the exhaust. I think that's all we've got to do now, and then it'll be ready. So I'll probably be working on it again tomorrow. That will be on the next video, and we'll probably finish it off maybe Monday or Tuesday next week. So this is Sunday's video. So the day you see this, the following day, I'm hoping that this will be finished, as long as we don't hit any snags when we're doing the exhaust. So that's it. As always, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, click on the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up. And until the next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.